Salesforce Revenue Cloud Consultant exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. During the build phase of a complex Revenue Cloud implementation, the client discovers new pricing logic and external data integrations that were not accounted for in the approved design. Significant rule updates and new API work will be required. As the implementation consultant, what is the proper next step? A. Inform the client that changes are acceptable anytime as long as the build phase is ongoing. B. Begin modifying the price logic immediately and notify the architect afterward. C. Escalate the new requirements to the project manager so scope, timeline, and budget impact can be evaluated. D. Ask the solution architect to revise the design on the spot and proceed with implementing the updates. The answer is C. When new requirements appear during construction, the consultant must follow formal change control procedures. The project manager evaluates scope impact, cost, and timeline implications before any technical work begins. This ensures that delivery commitments remain aligned with the overall plan, avoids unapproved rework, and gives leadership visibility into trade-offs. Acting independently without PM review risks misalignment, design gaps, and budget overruns, making a structured impact assessment essential. Shortly after go-live, users report errors when creating their first quotes. A customization marks every new quote as the primary quote automatically. What is the most likely root cause? A. Users did not run required CPQ post-installation scripts. B. Users lack access to opportunity product. C. Users lack permission to create quote lines. D. Users lack required permissions on the quote object. The answer is D. Automatically setting a quote as primary requires the system to create a quote record and update the related opportunity's primary quote reference. If users do not have full CRUD access to the quote object, the platform cannot complete the operation. This results in creation failures even if supporting objects are properly accessible. Primary quote automation exposes permission gaps quickly, making quote-level access a common cause of early-stage errors. A bundle contains a hardware firewall option that must be hidden if the customer already owns a similar asset. A product rule has been built to perform this check. At what evaluation event should the rule run to ensure it hides the option whenever the bundle is configured or modified? A. Always. B. Save. C. Load and edit. D. Load only. The answer is C. Rules that must respond to both initial configuration and subsequent adjustments should run on load and edit. This allows the logic to evaluate when the configurator opens and whenever the user updates selections. Running solely on load or save is insufficient because it would miss interactive changes in the bundle. Running constantly, always, can create unnecessary system processing, while load and edit provides the correct balance between accuracy and performance. During scoping for a CPQ project, should bundle configuration be part of the discovery conversation? A. Yes, bundles are always mandatory in CPQ. B. Yes, introduce bundle capabilities and let the client determine if they are needed. C. No, if bundles are not used today, they won't be relevant later. D. No. Avoid discussing bundles unless the client brings them up. The answer is B. Bundles represent core CPQ capabilities that many customers find valuable once they understand them. Even if the client has not used bundles historically, discovery sessions should expose the concept and gather feedback. This allows the design team to evaluate future scalability and complexity. Forcing bundles or ignoring them entirely creates misalignment, while an informed discussion empowers customers to choose intentionally based on their business model. A company sells box products whose price depends on length, width, and height entered by the sales representative. Which CPQ feature best supports this type of multi-input pricing? A. Percent of total. B. Multi-dimensional quoting, MDQ. C. Discount schedule. D. Lookup-based price rule. The answer is B. Multi-dimensional quoting allows a product to break into multiple dimensions or segments, each with its own quantity or measurement. It is ideal when the pricing structure depends on multiple variable inputs collected during quoting. Because MDQ treats each dimension as an independently priced segment within the same product, it fits three-dimensional box pricing scenarios cleanly. Discount schedules and lookup tables can apply adjustments but do not inherently model multi-axis quantity inputs. What correctly describes how hold billing functions on an order product? A. It stops invoice document generation and email notifications. B. It is set to yes only until order activation, then automatically flips to no. C. It pauses billing until released, and invoice lines accumulate for the period while the hold was active. D. It pauses billing until released, but only invoice lines after the release date are generated. The answer is C. Hold billing is designed to temporarily suspend invoice generation while still tracking the billable period. When the hold is removed, the billing engine generates invoice lines that cover the full withheld duration so revenue is not lost. This ensures correct financial treatment regardless of how long the hold remains. It does not automatically update after activation and does not exclude billable periods that occurred while the hold was active. A consultant needs to create a new credit card payment method and save it for future transactions. Where should this action be performed? A. Enter card details manually on a payment method record and click Tokenize. B. Use the New Credit Card button under the Payments Related list. C. Create a payment method record and rely on platform encryption for PCI compliance. D. From the Accounts Payment Method Related list, choose New Payment Method, Credit Card. The answer is D. The prescribed approach is to begin from the customer's account and use the dedicated New Payment Method, Credit Card action. This triggers the correct gateway tokenization process and associates the method with the account for future use. Tokenization replaces sensitive card data with secure gateway tokens, enabling compliant storage. Other options either bypass credit card-specific flows or do not properly link the method to the account for reusable billing. A user story states, as an accounts receivable manager, I want invoices to be automatically generated in draft status on the same day each month. What is the most appropriate starting point for implementation? A. Configure an invoice scheduler. B. Use Apex to mark bill now after activation. C. Use a workflow to mark bill now after activation. D. Configure a payment scheduler. The answer is A. Invoice schedulers are purpose-built for time-based, automated invoice generation. They evaluate order products, create invoices in the desired status, and run on recurring monthly cycles. Using triggers or workflows tied to order activation cannot replicate scheduled billing behavior and lacks the flexibility to set invoice dates. Payment schedulers are unrelated, focusing on collecting payments rather than generating invoices. A customer needs to add another order's items to an invoice that has already been posted, and invoice batches are not being used. What approach enables this? A. Credit the invoice, add the order, and run an invoice scheduler. B. Bill now on the new order and move invoice lines to the existing invoice. C. Cancel and rebill the posted invoice, add the second order, and re-invoice. D. Bill now on the new order and consolidate the invoices afterward. The answer is C. Once an invoice is posted, the system prevents direct modification. Cancel and rebill reverts the invoice to a pre-billing state, allowing new order products to be included. After corrections are made, a fresh invoice can be generated with accurate consolidated data. This preserves auditability and avoids manipulating posted financial documents. Bill now and consolidation workflows do not allow restructuring an existing posted invoice. A consultant discovers that the opportunity object contains many triggers, flows, and workflow rules from the Sales Cloud implementation. What is the best recommendation before designing the Revenue Cloud solution? A. Confirm existing automations are fine and enhance them if needed. B. Consolidate to a single automation framework to optimize performance. C. Continue using multiple automation types whenever requirements demand. D. Adjust CPQ large quote threshold settings to avoid performance issues. The answer is B. Using a mix of triggers, workflows, and flows increases complexity, introduces order of execution conflicts, and may create significant performance degradation, especially once CPQ logic is added. Consolidating into a single automation framework, flow or Apex, depending on complexity, ensures maintainability, predictable behavior, and simplified troubleshooting. Modifying CPQ settings does not resolve underlying automation conflicts and is not an appropriate first step.